Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome to Quick Shot Reviews for Cheap Shot Entertainment. As ever, I'm your host Luke, and this is a podcast for me to discuss my thoughts on various movies, having a movie cinema card prepaid so I can go and watch anything I please at my local cinema, which also happens to be an Odeon. So if you want to send me a free upgrade, then that's brilliant. If not, then I will continue to pay and I will continue to go and watch movies because it is something I absolutely love doing. That and watching wrestling are my go-tos, and gaming as well. So we cover all of those on various platforms and YouTube channels throughout Cheap Shot Entertainment. And coming soon, we're revitalising the podcast where we're talking to wrestlers as well. So keep in contact with us for that. But for today, a movie review of the 2022 film called Babylon. It is set in the 1920s and it is directed by Damien Chazelle, and it is a bit of an epic at 3 hours plus, but it does star Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Jean Smart, Olivia Wilde. We've got, pretty sure I saw Samara Weaving in there as well. There's loads and loads and loads of people that you will have seen here and there. Flea is in it from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Wow, okay. Did I see him? I can't even remember. There's so much going off in this film. It's unbelievable. So yeah, we've got a lot to get through in this one. But I really enjoyed this one. If you've seen it, let us know. And start the discussion on Cheap Shot Entertainment or on Quick Shot Reviews in this video. So join us for the main part of the video and I'll give you my thoughts on Babylon. So, like I say, Babylon is a 2022 film. Just been to go and see it. It is 2023 officially. And I say it stars Brad Pitt. Absolutely phenomenal performance. Brad Pitt does his usual fantastic job playing whatever character comes along his way. Margot Robbie plays Nellie Leroy, one of the main characters. Brad Pitt plays Jack Conrad. We've got Diego Calva playing Manny Torres. That is the third main character. So as you can tell, this is almost like an hour for each character, but it's intertwined. Storyline really does capture your imagination and takes you through both the shock and awe of the era of the 1920s, the early Hollywood life that many people tried to get, but a lot of people consequently did not manage to capture. It's also got Tobey Maguire in it as well, which I didn't know. He's nowhere to be seen on this list because there's that many people in this film and it crosses so many different paths. It's unbelievable. But I'm going to go and give you the official blurb. So, tale of outsized ambition and outrageous excess. It traces the rise and fall of multiple characters during an era of unbridled decadence and depravity in early Hollywood. This is, 1920s, in between World War One and World War Two. Certainly before World War Two, I was in America. An original epic set in 1920s Los Angeles, led by Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Diego Calva, with an ensemble cast including Jovan Adepi, Lee Jun Lee, and Jean Smart, not Jean Smart. A tale of outsized ambition and outrageous success. Blah 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 blah. And so it's it's going to be really difficult to go through everything that I want to say in the space of 10 minutes. Hence why we call quick shot reviews. We don't like to spend a lot of time doing things in terms of these reviews. So I'm going to take you through the main bits. Like I say, you've got Manny, you've got Jack, and you've got Nellie Leroy, all seeking different things. Jack Conrad is a very famous actor in this one, played by a very famous actor, incidentally. And he's got everything. He's where everybody else wants to be. They see him and they say, right, that's who I want to be. I want the money, I want the fame, I want the parties and all that kind of stuff. You see the parties, they are depraved. This is an 18, by the way. So, and it's very gratuitous in a lot of the things that it does, not only with the nudity, the language, but also some of the things that crop up later on, which I won't spoil, as we go on a ride from early Hollywood, bright lights, and trying to get into film, all the way spiraling with the characters all the way down to the very lowest levels of 1920s Hollywood. And it's a ride. And I always say this, I've seen quite a few films recently where the cinemas have been filled out, which has been brilliant because I love going to the cinema. And I'm seeing and hearing a lot more audible laughter, a lot more reaction to different things, which is great when the cinemas were fairly empty. It was also nice, I'll be honest with you, because you don't get people sat in front of you on their mobile phones. But now you've got a crowd. You've got a crowd that will react together. One person laughs, the other person will laugh because it's socially acceptable to do so. And of course, if you want to laugh at something, laugh at it. Unless you're Josh, when you laugh at something that's really serious and it's not the time to do so. Yes, I'm calling you out, Josh, if you're listening to this, you absolute fart. Anyway, Babylon. It's everything that it was. If you've seen the trailer, it's everything that it was in the trailer. It does not give too much away. Margot Robbie's character is really excess. She's just doesn't mind doing anything to get attention, which is what she's doing, but you find out why she's after attention, so it builds that character. Jack is already very famous, but he has a different path, a different spiral into the lower reaches of Hollywood because he's so famous, and then he starts going down the route of just taking anything that he can get his hands on because he's an aging famous actor. Then you've got Manny, who's starts off as an assistant, wants to be on movie sets, starts off as an assistant, gets on a movie set, has to drive Jack back to his place after a massive party, and eventually Jack says, right, I want you on set with me. So he goes then to a movie set and he starts being Jack's right-hand man, so to speak, and gets the first film done and dusted. Then he gets tapped up by another studio, starts being really good with Nellie Leroy, and his path down that spiral as well is running alongside Jack, running alongside Nellie Leroy. Nellie is the classic Hollywood babe. She gets her start, she just goes all out with it, and with that excess comes a lot of other things that go along with it, the drinking, the drugs, and everything else. So there's three contrasting storylines three very different ways of doing things, and it does all come to a head, and it's a really good finish to this film. The film, I feel, again, 3 hours is too much. There's a lot of parts of the story that could have gone a lot quicker. Some of it wasn't needed. Some of it just could have been mentioned. But at the same time, I didn't feel like I was needing it to be finished. I was hooked all the way through. So in a 3 hour film, that's very difficult to do. So I would actually really encourage you to go and watch this one if you've got the time to do so. But plan your toilet break halfway through when there's not much going off. So, because you will need one, especially if you're having a drink and popcorn and things like that. So, yeah, definitely go and see this one. Babylon gets 2 thumbs up from Quick Shot Reviews. And my final thoughts are go and watch it. And I will see you next time on Quick Shot Reviews. We've got Unwelcome to go and watch, which is a preview for Odeon Cinema Pass holders. And we've got Knock at the Cabin, as well as Fabelmans. And it's getting to be a really good beginning, really good start to 2023 in terms of film. I actually don't think I've seen anything terrible at this point in time. So, go and watch it. And if you have, get in contact with us on social media, leave a comment down below the video. Let's get the conversation started. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much, movie fans. Goodbye, Cheap Shot Nation. And keep watching those movies.